We're standing right in front of this Laugh Factory in LA, everybody. This Laugh Factory is one of the famous stand-up comedy clubs in this area, right? And as you know, the famous and the most respectful comedians started career with stand-up comedy. And today, we got Korean American stand-up comedians based on this club. They're Danny and Walter, everybody. Hey fans of Psick show, this is Danny Cho. We could have shot this in Korea because I live 10 minutes from his house, but they put me on a plane, made me come here to do this. So I'm glad to be here, glad to be back home. Hi everyone from Psick land, my name is Walter Hong. I was in Korea a month ago and they didn't even want to see me, but now that I'm here, they're just, oh, who could we get? Let's just get Walter. We've known each other personally for 6 years. First, we have introduced these legendary guys, our bros, to the audience. They are stand-up comedians in LA. They did stand-up comedy for over 20 years. First, we have to introduce Walter to our audience. After we met Danny, he introduced us to Walter, so we hung out together for a very long time in Korea. But this is our first time in LA. Oh, the dude number one came once. Please explain what the dude number one means. Oh, I have hard time remembering Korean names. They're like new words. Yongju? I know, because every time I'm in Korea, whether it's to eat or drink, Yongju always come out. So I know Yongju's name. And tattoo guy, he only comes out when we eat. If we drink, he never comes out. The dude number one, he never comes out. And then he told me, bro, I'm gonna be in LA. He's only in LA for 2 days. He goes to Portland, Oregon. Who goes to Portland, Oregon? Didn't you get your haircut in Portland too? You came 750 miles. In kilometer, that's like 1600 kilometer to get your haircut in Jeonju. I just feel frustrated. Let's talk about stand-up comedy. We learned stand-up comedy from Danny. Hey, don't tell people that. They see your stand-up and be like, you learned this from Danny? Still in Korea, it's not called stand-up comedy. It's called stand-in comedy. I think stand-up is like a name, like Walter, right? You can sit down and do comedy and still stand-up comedy. Stand-in comedy in Korea, how do you feel? Bad grammar, like in store sign or whatever. It's like a lot of fucked up things, and stand-in is one of them. How did you start stand-up comedy? When I was in my middle school, there were these tapes that would go around. Stand-up comedy tapes is called Deaf Comedy Jam. So stand-up where they're cursing and they're talking about sex, like hardcore stuff. I was watching and was like, wow, you can make money out of this. To me, that was like shocking. And at the end of high school, my friends dared me, and then that's how it began in June in 2000. I started 3 times. The first one, I was 22. I took a comedy writing class. I didn't want to be stand-up. I just want to try it. And then I did it again for about a year and a half, and then I stopped. And this one is my longest one. This one is probably like 18, 19, 20 years. This one, I just did it as a hobby. About like maybe 10 years ago or like 12 years ago, I was like, oh, you know what? I want to do this professionally. And Danny, what was the reason you decided to come to Korea? So Walter was the reason why I went to Korea. In the US, you know, there's ups and downs, right? And I was working, but I wasn't happy. I could make a living, a comfortable living, but I wasn't happy. We were doing a show in Malaysia, and then I said, hey man, I think I need something new. And he said, you should probably move to Korea. Then our agency boss, I met him, and he goes, hey, there are some kids that they're doing comedy. Do you want to check it out? And I walked into the Hongdae place, and I said, wow, these guys suck. He said, I want to show and prove. And then in the next week, he came to the show, and he like, killed it. But you know what though? I did kill it that night, but I haven't killed it like that ever since. I think because Korean comedy and American comedy are obviously different. Like obviously my Korean is bad, and you guys laugh at me. I know your intent is not to harm me. It's just fun. It's like when we know we make fun of you guys. It's for fun. Walter, why your voice changes when you speak Korean? For me, it's because I don't know it well. I just don't have enough confidence when I speak Korean. So I have to think more. And when I think, it's all in English. I don't speak in Korean, and then I have to be like, do I know that word? I don't know that word. And then I have to figure out another way to say it. So I have to speak really slow, and it's very intentional. In America, where does comedy stand in the entertainment business? We're at the bottom. What people know is that screenwriters are at the bottom. People that write movies, TV writers are higher than screenwriters. We're below that. Wasn't it tougher? Because you're an Asian American comedian, right? There used to be all the comedy clubs had Asian only night. That's good and bad. Good, we have a place to work. Bad, because that's all we're gonna do. The stereotypes for a long time are the Asian people are not funny. I mean, the first time I did stand-up at the open mic, as soon as I got up, some woman went like, oh, he is Chinese. You know, he ain't funny. Straight up. So I made fun of her for 10 minutes. Because we are individualistic society, and you guys are collectivists, so you guys care about other people. You look out for the whole. We look out for ourselves, so it's a very lonely career. When I went to his club, all the comedians were talking to each other and helping each other. We don't do that really.